Welcome back to the Sweet Life Podcast, Season 3, Episode 8, aka Drink Champions.
Championess.
Forewarning and, spoiler, blooper, or whatever the fuck we're gonna call it. But we've definitely been drinking before the show began.
Hey, and not only that, but I'm talking about coming fresh out of April shower for me, boy, we out here with the drinks.
May 1st, May thirst.
I'll toast to it.
But that is, before we get into the guests, that is the phasing octopus that we call DJ, who is a DJ amongst 7 other things. That is your neighborhood nigga Wu Tim, returning back for another episode. Well, not returning back, you just missed last episode. This is a reverend named Mark. You got to say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest. That is Professor X, even though y'all can't see his head, like Mr. Feeney, Our Boy Meets World.
This is my nigga from Tool Time.
Or whatever.
Wilson,
yeah. Oh yeah, fuck Mr. Wilson, Mr. Feeney. Oh, yeah. Mr. Feeney was the principal. Alright, fuck it. Look, I told y'all we been drinking before we began. My name is Eugene Wright, also known as Eugene Wright, but my mama called me Eddie. And that is your host, C-Null. In the building tonight, we got fucking everybody.
Family reunion.
A lot of them niggas up front listening to vinyls, which is why we had to change the camera angle so we can get everybody in here. But this nigga rubbing his hands in a corner that y'all can't see.
Birdman.
That's Mr. Unknown. We just gonna say that.
It's the Wiz, y'all.
It's the Wiz, y'all.
Yes, sir.
That is the always authentic Anise Austin.
But my last name is not Austin.
Not Austin.
It is just
always
Thank you,
authentic
girl.
Anise.
No government.
That is the always authentic Anise.
Thank you.
I stand corrected.
Thank you so much.
And that is T Chilla in the cut. She off camera, but y'all see that hand.
Yeah, look at her motherfucking hand. It's glorious. Glorious.
And we got a few niggas up front listening to vinyl records.
It's cute.
Going crazy.
Live stream, and they drinking too. Yeah, Marvin and the Sam Cook, they going ham.
Man, look at Birmingham. It's beautiful.
But yeah, make sure all live streamers drop a comment, say what's up, be in tune with the show. We supposed to get a 2-week recap, but has it been 2 weeks? I think it has been 2 weeks. Yes, it has been 2 weeks.
It been 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I'm always on night shift when this shit be popping up.
Hey y'all, Tim here, y'all. That's crazy. I ain't seen Tim in so long.
Neighborhood.
Ain't no crib. Chill out.
Alright.
You ain't no crib, but you neighborhood nigga.
Neighborhood. Hey man, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Fuck that.
On the real though, Tim is like my definition of Birmingham. You wanna know what Birmingham like? Fuck my nigga Wu Tim. That's why I call it neighborhood, and because we grew up in the neighborhood. So
Take it down.
I definitely seen the studios change a couple times.
all of them. From my folks' den to my bedroom in my folks' house to Huntsville to small room in this house to the big room in this house.
On the block.
Yeah.
That my TSIC, bitch.
Hey, guess who voices the bitch?
DJ. A bunch of them. Like,
Spit the history then. The knowledge.
This like MySpace time origin. This MySpace time, right?
Yeah, this MySpace, Bebo. Yeah, all that.
Like the internet, my nigga.
Yeah, we was here when
the internet.
See, y'all grew up with the internet. We grew up in the internet. We grew with this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all really have been on every fucking social media platform that was to distribute music.
Yeah.
You have to really look at it like that. That's not like a small flex. Like you have to. Y'all really been out here since MySpace and Bebo days.
I mean, technically, I started from the cassette tape stuff.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying?
I thugged it out. Baby, I ain't new to it, true to it.
I took them cassette tapes to the real studio to get them converted to CDs. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I paid my dues in it, but I digress. 2-week recap. Wu-Tang, what's poppin'?
Since George Verdict got the cop sentenced to a steeple sentence, niggas be getting their ass popped like mosquitoes.
Damn.
My thing behind that, man, and I know that probably ain't the topic. Niggas, don't try to run even if you're in the military suit, that ain't gonna help. Like, dog, they tell you touch your toes if you want to see your kids tomorrow, man. Cause they livid about that cop going to jail, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, just shit. Like, go on, pull over. I heard they snatched the old lady wig out in Minnesota. Like, bro, there's so many stories that we not hearing, and I find it funny that we hear this shit like, period. You know what I'm saying? So
But you had to say something about the wig, though.
I heard they yoked her ass, so they hit her with that yee.
That's the wig and the soul.
Bob, kill Bob.
It's been rough 2 weeks. If you've been watching social media, man, for a black man, bro, like it's been a target on here to talk.
Oh,
Always.
So, like, my advice to you is take your ass to work or take your ass to the video game, baby mama house. The streets ain't where it's at.
PlayStation 2. Def Jam.
PlayStation.
Fight for New York, nigga.
I heard some niggas
that shit, nigga.
been going through. I'm mad. My people
Use your mind.
For real. Def Jam fight for New York, I'm telling you.
I'm weak.
my 2 weeks been good though. I'm back on the
Joey
show.
Crack.
this nigga tripping. Alright, man.
Yo, y'all got some?
Where you at, man?
Quiet for the rest of the night.
Man,
Yeah, man.
all is well.
Like
That's all I can say. All is well. I'm glad to be alive. Shit.
Bro been paying bills. He said all is well.
I mean, he passed due on nothing.
All is well. All the lights on. The water come on when I turn it.
Yeah.
I feel
Professor X back with us. How you been?
Hey man, that man head hurts.
Everything.
He a real wizard killer.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to keep everybody in. There was more people down here than up there.
Listen, man.
Hey, that's boss.
You can catch the couch though, and we'll still see.
No, that man really want to be like that. That man really want to be like that. This is a boss move.
This was a killer, y'all.
Respect the kid.
Yeah. That man get a shine.
It's supposed to be you.
Yeah,
You man.
This nigga, come on, silly as hell. Yeah, silly. DJ, what you got? What you got, DJ? 2 weeks.
This past 2 weeks, making music, going to work, streaming video games. That's it.
What you
I've been
streaming?
chill.
What you streaming?
The Nier Replicant remake,
That shit good.
good as fuck.
You made me want to play that shit again.
Monster Hunter, good as fuck.
I be hating. I be watching the stream. You and LJ. I'm like, man, fuck y'all. Now I'm finna play my shit too. I be mad. But shit. Hey, shout out my nigga LJ.
But yeah, just been chilling, making shit. I'm gonna be on a guest on the podcast soon. It'll be out whenever you put it out and I share it.
My boy.
Yeah.
Do you, DJ?
I'ma do the thing.
Whatever you want to do.
You know the thing I
Put
did.
that shit out.
It smell like celery.
What we at?
Yeah.
Where we at?
Well, my 2 weeks has been ain't been too much. Shout out to my nigga D Skills. His birthday was last weekend.
All right,
Birthday!
We did the Tunnel Vision show. It's on YouTube, and we can share that.
I did that.
Yeah,
I was there.
TPO DJ the set. I rapped all night. It was like 45 minutes, but it's on YouTube if y'all want to catch that live stream. Speaking of live streams, make sure you visit SankofaSuite.com or follow my man TPO, because we got all his merch out here tonight. Goddamn Peep the Hat. Goddamn
You know what I'm saying? You get the
jacket,
anorak, you get the
Peep
hat,
mug,
you get the
hold up
mug.
the bag. Where the bag go?
Oh, the
Goddamn it.
bag.
Yeah, the bag.
Shoulders,
Like, yeah.
chest, pants, shoes.
You get the bag.
You know what I'm saying?
All
You
of
get
it.
all that. Get all
Get
that.
you a mug.
So, yeah.
Get you a mug before I throw it.
Yeah, y'all buy my man TPO merch. Other than that,
And my
out here.
Buy that too.
buy some, goddamn.
Yeah, buy
Motherfucker got them
some.
stemos and them
Support
taxes.
Them stemos.
Support black owned businesses, man.
Exactly.
Here talk about it, be about it.
For real, for real.
Other than that, I've been straight though, man. Just working shit. How you been?
Man, you already know work. I just came from Crackerville. That's why I'm late.
God
I ain't gonna reiterate on that shit to.
You sound like you got pulled over.
Nah, it's just Crackerville. It's just crackers. Like Opie, motherfuckers with no teeth, all that type of shit, you know. I talked about that the last episode, but yeah. outside of that, you know, court. We ain't gonna get into the particulars of that, but that was silly as hell. But you know, it is what it is. You know,
Nah, not no convict shit.
nah, not like that. I ain't down bad like that. I mean, just you know,
Brother man.
baby mama drama. You know, it is what it is.
Hold you
But
down. Gotta hold you down.
Brother man.
it's all good. I ain't tripping. You know, we getting money.
Get money.
Well, yeah.
We gonna get money.
Let's get
Them
this.
boy Fred, but they ain't this stunning.
And them won today.
Yes,
Won the
they did.
sweat
Shout out.
And them. So yeah, that's
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 what's going on right now.
Hey man, they and them rap.
yeah.
He graduated. I went.
Yeah.
But I fuck with them niggas doing great.
How y'all want to start it? Y'all want to?
More to come,
Because yeah, that nigga been on that more to come back shit. But yeah.
Before we break out into the fight, goddamn.
I got a flip.
Drink menu, water. This is Martell and Sprite. We got some wine that we already finished off. Martell, hold it, drink up, whatever Quavo said. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it was Pinot Noir. Shout out to Perry's because I got on that because I felt like being ratchet around my corporate friends. Real story, I went to Perry's because they hired a manager. I wore my gold teeth, my chains, my pinky ring and all. And I walked in Perry's and I was like, it's weird, bro. I get an enjoyment out of that. That's some shit just that I personally enjoy.
Oh no.
I go in ratchet, gold teeth, pinky ring, chains and all, and I'm with my corporate, you know, peers.
What's up, Black?
Now that I'm in, you know what I'm saying, now that I'm in management, you know what I'm saying, nigga bargain for it, get some crazy. But I go in with all of that, and I show like manners and etiquette to the person, because they was black, and I was like, you gonna get a good tip. So, but you know, but I go in there ratchet just off the strength that, like, yeah, we can order good shit too. But
As well as you should.
But yeah, that's Pinot Noir wine. I picked that up from the last restaurant I was at. Jack Daniels, water, Martell, and Sprite. It's a Martell. They don't finish it up front because niggas listen to vinyls. DJ, what the fuck is that?
This is from Ghost Train, a local joint. Allurium. It's an IPA. It's 9.1%. It's a party.
Hey,
That's why I didn't got a hood on in this month.
Corey, what the fuck you got?
Just some buckshot, man. It's just Cabernet. Goddamn Cabernet aged in a fucking bourbon barrel. Goddamn. And I got some Pedialyte because it's been like that. So that's the name of this buckshot. Yeah. Shit, I guess they killed a couple of goddamn deals, but yeah.
Now my nigga Skills had some up there too, and he was
That shit
raving about it because he a big wine connoisseur as well.
Make you tell some lies, goddamn. You know,
Tell some lies, catch some vibes.
yeah.
I ain't
But no,
mad.
straight up, man.
Help me.
She wilding out.
I'm not.
I was gonna bring up the more to comeback shit, but yeah, that nigga walked out, so we'll come back to that shit. But you smoke. This nigga smoking a black. Let's talk about that. The government trying to take blacks and Newports and Cools away from
They trying to take
niggas.
flavors.
Yeah. All that, man. So yeah, without further ado, what y'all think about that shit? Like, do y'all think they targeting the black community? Do y'all think it's needed? You think, you know, how y'all feel about that?
And I
Anise, how you feel? You know,
Niche, yeah, you lit on that. Your dashiki dress is moving in the camera, but you hiding your face. Nah. Got to lean in.
you smoke blacks, right?
Nah,
Oh, okay.
No. Why y'all do that? I'm crying, Lord. Hey, just do y'all show. I'm just get my shit.
Go ahead, chick.
Dusty.
I'm so fucking weak.
Alright.
And this what you take. What you want? Nobody's flavors.
Shit, I ain't got no mind. Booster shit. And all honestly, I don't give no fucks. I'm happy. I got off tobacco like 2 years ago, so it's kind of like But I feel for my niggas who smoke blacks though, and that's all they smoke because I was that for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was just like, it's acceptable in public, but at the same time, like, I know my niggas that burn, they burn. You know what I'm saying? They just, it ain't always acceptable everywhere.
Look.
Alright, y'all be safe and lock up my front door.
I got you.
But
I'm gonna come back.
Goddamn, more to come back, man.
Shit, we gonna talk about this.
I'm gonna go tell everybody bye.
But yeah, I ain't really got no real opinion on it just because I quit. But I definitely feel for them. I mean, it's definitely a black community thing because I don't see white people smoke black and miles like that. If we want to be petty about it, but at the same time, I really don't care just because blacks is blacks, and I really don't smoke tobacco at all now. But shout out to my CBD connects.
Close that door, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
Tim, you smoke blacks. Go ahead and hit us off.
I was about to quit anyway, so shit.
No, that's real. That's my last one right here.
Me a favor. I like the way Joe Biden finally giving some niggas some protection. I wish he would do that for the police instead of fucking tobacco, cause you know it take a minute to kill you with tobacco, but it take like a phone call away to drop it with cops. So can we get some restriction on them niggas, the white ones? At least the black cop come and drop the people's elbow on your ass. And white cops gonna give you a motherfucking chance. They wasting your ass on sight. So.
Have you heard Joe Biden talking? He's not that powerful.
He ain't coherent. We know that, but that's another story for another time.
Yeah. What you think about that, Mark?
Man, I don't want to be around my grandma without her cigarettes, man.
She smoke Newport's cool.
No, she smoked the more. She probably the only person left in the world that smoked. I kid you not. I went to the tobacco store for Forrestdale. Dude said he said I only got one pack left. And then I went back in. I bought that one. Then I went back in a couple days later. Like, oh no, I'm still out, man. And like I don't got nobody that smoke them, so I don't order them that often. He said, but since I seen you come here a couple times, I'm gonna just order some. When my shipment come in Thursday. He said, come back Thursday.
Just take buy all this shit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So pretty much, he got them just for her. But man, for them folks who really got them nervous conditions that really use them joints, that'll go crazy without them. That it's gonna be some I can tell you, it's gonna cut down on a lot of smoke breaks at work. Niggas gonna be on them assembly lines pissed off.
Slap the shit out of something.
What else was I about to say?
There's some white folks that's some chain smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
boy.
So with that being said, with the flavor tobacco, is they talking about they dip too?
They talking about swishers. They talking
Yeah,
about
swishers.
Yeah.
Dip. No,
Yeah, what about that? Yeah, I know you ready. You gonna throw you the hoop,
They
goddamn.
said flavor cigar.
No, they been not touching real cigars though.
Sweet.
Nah.
They ain't touching the real cigars.
DJ, I know you ready. You ready to knock it out the
Hell
park.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Fuck all that weak ass flavor shit. Maybe y'all motherfuckers start smoking shit that actually like you can actually taste the weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you might actually enjoy the weed that you buy.
Man, you know niggas smoking that TJ Maxx weed. For real. They don't know what they don't know what they smoking. They buying that shit. When you say this some what you say this some bag weed.
Yeah.
Dog.
some shape.
Hey man, sometimes you get some good shake from some good shit.
Yeah, so
Motherfuckers just be acting funny about that shake shit. That shit. Niggas is weird about smoking. Niggas so weird about smoking, dog. Like that's a whole different type of story.
yeah,
But yeah, nah, like, hey, maybe people will be forced to, like, I don't necessarily, like, me personally, I don't smoke swishers, I don't do, like, flavored
Newports.
cigars, none of that. I don't smoke Newports, I don't smoke cigarettes, period. Like, it's just psychedelics and weed and shit, like, that's it.
yeah, I got you.
So, like, on paper, this is a good move because it's stopping people from being like self-destructive. But at the same time, it's infringing upon people's liberties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it's doing.
They want the tools, give them the tools.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's one of those. it's one of those weird situations where it's like, do you look out for the people or do you ensure their liberties? You know what I'm saying? But in reality, I don't give a shit because I don't smoke none of that shit. So,
alright, so
that's the entire point. Exactly.
let's talk about some shit that you do smoke. 23 district attorneys out of the 46 in this state opposes medical marijuana. Not even regular legal marijuana, but medical marijuana.
they some bitches.
Like,
Hey,
what y'all think?
hey, stop. They some hoes. Hey.
He was supposed to go to the house, right?
But yeah, they wrote a letter. The primary person on the letter is a fucking physician in Florence, Alabama, who also, I mean, yeah, he a physician, but he opposing medical marijuana. And he a doctor, and he a senator, a representative for the state of Alabama. He opposing it along with the 23 district attorneys. They got him to actually write why they shouldn't legalize the medical marijuana, not even legal medical marijuana. So it's about a month.
Pretty much.
46.
23 out of 46.
Because when you see how much, I guess you say medical marijuana helps people
Right.
in any form. See, they weren't even talking about actually smoking it. Just
CBD.
Just, not even CBD.
Not even
because
CBD.
CBD is legal
here,
underneath the hemp.
but it's like hemp, yeah. So hemp products, not smoking it, not actual weed, but just hemp products. Stuff like lotions.
And they didn't even want that.
They didn't even want that because it's somewhat of a gateway for you to, okay, we did medical marijuana, we might as well do recreational marijuana. And all of that is money. All of that is, you just want a pill to replace what you think.
Yeah, that's propaganda. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, I seen motherfuckers for a fact. What about the heroin that's going around this motherfucker? I seen motherfuckers scratching and itching all day at Crackerville, but yeah, that's a different story
But
for
who does
this
the heroin predominantly
you know,
go towards?
yeah,
So,
Opie.
that's what I'm saying. Like they thought that Colorado was crazy for not it being legal, just for it to be decriminalized, like all those major drugs. Because it's like, what's the purpose of you being a drug addict, being in jail for doing drugs? Like, you might as well just take this person to rehab or something like that. You're giving people more jobs on top of that. And you get more people not in jail, but just in rehab, in therapy, figuring out what's wrong with them. You ain't gotta do all that weed.
Yeah. Fellas, what y'all think too? I got some on that.
They gonna pass.
Think so?
You know, who get the right people get the money that they asking for.
If they gonna pass it, they got 4 years to do it.
Shit.
That's all I care about. I mean, I don't intake because I don't like being outside of myself when it comes to, you know, THC products. You know, whether that's weed from the homie or that's weed from the grower or from the store or from the deliverer. Like, I just don't, it's not my particular cup of tea. So I get it. I never knock it, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, my CBD look just like that. But it's more of, I like to keep control of my mental when it comes to stuff like that. So I ain't knocking it, but from what I've seen that it can do for a city, for an economy, for, you know, us on a political level, and you know what I'm saying, everything how Colorado, not even Denver, just Colorado as a whole has transformed.
Yeah.
After working with people out of state and shit, like, I ain't got nothing against it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, let niggas light up if that's what they like to do. Cause it ain't really detrimental. It's just frowned upon, I guess, right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really nothing wrong with it. It's just they associate it with the wrong shit.
Well, we stunned our
But that's
own
government shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but see, this is all. If it was a government thing, it'd be something different. But this is like state level shit.
Yeah.
And they want to keep it country as fuck as long as they can.
I mean, but you know, on government, it's still illegal in all 50 states. If we look at national government, but states themselves can legalize it. Like Colorado turned around their city debt in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Like with the legalization of marijuana, just a state in one city that was primarily like the focal point of it. When we talk about Denver, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a focal point of legalizing weed outside of the California shit. But California been had money because of the movies, the coast, the tourism, all of that. Colorado in the middle of fucking nowhere. It could be fucking Wisconsin's for all I care. But you know what I'm saying? They had they was the first interstate that ain't got no waterway, no oceanfront, no views, no nothing for real that could attract people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just being a mile high and being cold. And who the fuck want to go on vacation to be cold? Like that's what Denver was for the U.S. But they turned around the whole economy of the state with one city legalizing. So, and after hearing, like I worked with people from Pueblo when I worked out of town. She was from Pueblo. You know, a few other people. And they let me know, like, yo, it's really like a difference that was made from them legalizing it. So I get why the states and cities want to do it. I just don't get why. I mean, I understand why the U.S., for the image they uphold, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, why they want to keep it illegal. But states can do their own thing, and the government regulates as they choose and please. Like, they shut down legal weed shops in California and Denver all the time. It's legal in Denver. It's legal in the state, in the city. It's illegal to the U.S. national government. Yeah. That's the contradictory in it. So
let me narrow it back to what T was saying about, like, because there's some country shit, like, and compound that shit with like what's going on in North Carolina. Like the fucking South is just, the tides are changing. You know, the colors changing. America is tanning, is browning. And we still have to deal with fuckery in the South. Like North Carolina, they still got a law, over 100-year-old law against adultery. Like if somebody cheat on their husband or their wife, they ass can go to jail. You know, so like compound that shit with the medical marijuana shit. Did y'all hear about that? Cause yeah, what y'all think about that shit like in North Carolina?
Yeah, and then to add on to that, the wife can sue the mistress. Right. For such and such amount of money.
You can do that in Detroit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What y'all think about that shit?
That shit goofy as hell. I gotta repeat.
What you think, Tim?
Hey, smart move.
Why is it smart?
Cause shit, well, OnlyFans and shit, all this porn around this bitch, niggas on the come up. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Move out the state, goddamn. You want to stick your dick in something else, not get sued? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. By you staying there, that mean like you wanna get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, ain't nobody forcing you to stay in.
What over your life there, your money there?
Man, you better goddamn listen, man. It's so many other ways to make money, man. If you throwing dick like that, you might need to start on the fans page. Go to California, my nigga. You smoke weed and throw dick.
North Carolina?
Yeah, what you think, man?
Man, somebody needs to go burn that bill. You know what I'm saying?
One of the niggas,
because you could be separated from your wife and
right
down. Like, how does that work? You know, that's that gray area bullshit. But, man, just like with the tobacco, just like with the medical marijuana, people gonna do what they heart wants to do. What they want to do, they're gonna do it. So I mean, be careful. Stay out of the way of the law. Literally. Don't even bag out your driveway.
Man, niggas in this motherfucker feeling good tonight. Like, yeah, you could just tell everybody feeling good. Shit, I was gonna talk about some somber shit, like and staying out the way, some accountability shit, like Monday. Remember, I was joking with you. That nigga from Winona, man. That nigga not even from Pratt. Man, I thought, it said nigga from Pratt City, but this nigga with Winona. Yeah. Man was a nigga that got pulled over in Vestavia, and I guess he panicked. I don't know what he had in his car, illegal guns or dope or whatever. Went on a high-speed chase with Vestavia police. Ended up in Lakeshore, ran over and killed a white lady, a white nurse, 42 years old, got kids, killed her, and jumped out the car and just dipped the fuck off, ran through the woods and shit. Like he was on the Underground Railroad, goddamn, and went to fucking
Tuscaloosa.
No, he ran out. That motherfucker ran for his freedom, like Sweet Brown. Goddamn way, yeah. Motherfucker, we went to Dolomite. He was kicking it in Dolomite, like man. Like he was in Dolomite for a couple of days. He cut his phone off, but when he cut his phone back on, that's when they caught him. And he cut his phone back on when he got to Tuscaloosa. As soon as he cut that motherfucker on, they found his ass. But yeah. Accountability, man. Did y'all like look into that shit? What y'all think about that situation, man?
Damn, so wait, bro went off the grid when he cut his phone off?
Yeah, he cut his phone. You can't track him. GPS shit ain't no nothing when you cut your phone off. So
I mean, I get why he ran, but at the same time, for some shit like that, don't run.
You better off turning yourself in, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
So that was my take on it. It's just, you know. Cause this ain't like he was innocent and he had to flee for his freedom. You know what I'm saying? But I get that just because the policing system in this country is fucked up to begin with. And as a black man, I feel him. I understand why he ran from police in general. But yeah, I mean, for the shit that happened with the accident and accidentally killing somebody, he was just better off staying there. He would have got much further. He would have had much more believability, even accidental manslaughter or something. You know what I'm saying?
If he would have just stayed there in Vestavia, that shit wouldn't have never happened.
Yeah. You know, it could have been just a freak accident, but the fact that he ran. I don't know what he had in the car, or you know what I'm saying, what he had on him, if he was high on something, he felt like he couldn't pass the breathalyzer or whatever. But I feel like running in that case just made it 10 times worse. Yeah. Some shit you just gotta stand up to and take. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely one of them situations.
Whatever it was, like you said, none of the stuff is none of this come out what he was pulled over for in the first place and why he decided to run. That'll all come out in the next few weeks or whenever his case comes up. But the thing is, I was reading one of the articles. Turns out this dude has like a sports management kind of business going on, and he played football at UAB.
Mm-hmm. And that we know,
right?
Nigga from we know,
right? So he played for Coach Cheatham. And then with UAB and
coach for Cheatham.
Yeah, and then he got some kind of sports management business going on with what team? He got it with whatever team. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, he was doing all that. I guess he thought he was gonna put his business in jeopardy from whatever they was gonna find in the car. But you had a better chance of them folks being understanding and you finding sponsorship elsewhere if you just being honest enough front and going ahead and taking the charge.
If you getting real money.
Right, exactly. If you felt you was getting that kind of money that you thought so much so that he was gonna get in jeopardy, put in jeopardy so much that bad. Why run and put yourself at risk? Now you about to go to jail, and you definitely not getting
fucked.
Right, that degree down the drain because you're a felon now. They not about to. No sir.
Yeah.
I saw something saw some shit some other day. Former drug dealer / murderer turned lawyer or something. It was a white guy, and they said as soon as a nigga do something like this, ain't no bouncing back from that. So what up? Yeah, you down the drain. You ain't them folks. Then you done killed a white woman?
Yeah. What you got?
If you are going to run, at least have a plan.
Run further than Tuscaloosa.
Next time y'all see me,
he was trying to make it back through to Winona, going back down that back lake, that back lakeshore road, bro. He had a plan.
See me, my cell phone ping, I'd be looking like Tim or Eddie around here. I have a wig on, just like a clown. The motherfucker wouldn't be able to identify me. But you got a better chance running on the interstate than you do
No, that Gulf Coast Regional Task Force ain't nothing to play with. Them niggas get everybody. Well, what I'm about to say, but somebody said niggas don't run to California no more. Just like an old girl that killed the other
dumb man. She went to Atlanta.
Went to Atlanta.
Stupid shit. And what you think about that shit, DJ?
But I ain't beat that case, bitch. I did the race. But no, like,
And that nigga lost.
Exactly.
He lost the race, goddamn.
exactly.
Mario
Both of 'em
Kart,
Both
Gran
of 'em
Turismo, goddamn it, Grand Theft Auto.
The nigga,
lost.
the nigga I'm
Yeah.
mentioning lost. I mean, the nigga I'm referencing lost too.
Yeah.
But like, but like, damn dog. Hey,
Yep.
you either take the L or you know what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta have a plan if you're gonna run.
Hey,
He almost made it.
Made it well.
He almost
To
made
the
it.
capstone,
He
goddamn.
almost
How
made
you-
the one on.
like how you don't
He won't,
like,
nigga won't see him, we know.
like how you don't shoot to like the Midwest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Northwest.
Idaho,
Niggas
You know
should
what
have
I'm
went to
saying?
Oregon.
Being
You know what I'm saying?
smart,
Like,
South
go
Dakota.
missing.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
mm,
It's fucked up, like, man. This ain't no goddamn video game. Like,
Yeah.
man, if you got some coke in the car, you get money, just ride it out. I know he had priors. Nigga had a
Domestic violence.
yeah, strangulation. I get that. Like, so he probably had a couple of strikes. Then the nigga had a
strong arm, a hoe.
nigga had multiple speeding tickets. Like, ain't no telling what he was on, but running, you done fucked up. You done got in the quicksand.
I don't know, but first of all, I seen the images and the nigga ran from the police in the hatchback. First of all,
Yeah, this nigga in a Nissan, bro. He was in a
nigga in a
Nissan.
Nissan Juke. Listen,
Yeah, a Nissan Juke, man.
Bro, I don't even know what that is.
It's
It's like a
Man.
crossover SUV.
yeah, nah, it's the most like
A hatchback.
crossover mid range.
A hatchback.
Like,
fam, I know you not holding no motherfucking camps in no motherfucking
like a
Nissan.
This nigga stupid. What you about to say, T?
I read some of the article before.
Yeah, niggas.
But the problem is, not only did he run, but they didn't recover anything from the car, so he probably didn't have shit in the
Hold
That
on,
nigga
so
just,
wait,
he just
wait,
panicked. I don't know.
So
He
fam was
he
going
wanted to
up
use-
65 South like
This nigga ignorant.
I mean,
the governor don't even let it make that much noise.
considering the
Hold
climate,
on.
like you don't really have to be doing shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, right,
Just the
right,
fact that
right.
you had some priors, they might just fuck with you.
Right.
You probably done already had this problem before with police, and it's just like, I know the next time I get into some shit like this, I might die.
Yeah.
So
And
I would rather run.
given the climate of this country.
Right. You
Yeah.
can do 100% right. Like people always say, like, you should just comply. But what are you complying for? Like, somebody putting you over, and you can do everything right. You can give them your license, your registration. They still say you need to come outside the car because I want to search your car. First of all, you shouldn't even be able to do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he probably had run-ins with the police plenty of times.
And he a big nigga. So
But
yeah.
the main problem is the fact that the police are so relentless in trying to get somebody.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this person ran, I should shoot them.
Right.
It don't go like that. Like if this person is dry, I'm not saying just completely let him go, but you already got that man license plate. You got his license.
Exactly.
You got all
They're
this
not
stuff.
supposed to
So
chase you,
why?
know it.
So why are they chasing you? The police chasing you is
They trying to catch
creating
them bodies,
a
dog.
problem with the people around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this person ahead of you, you know for a fact that this person ahead of you gonna do whatever the fuck they gotta do to get away from you.
Right.
As the police, you should have stopped that shit and just did
Get the
some
radio.
roadblocks,
Right.
Yeah.
some whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't have to continue to chase this person for
Now somebody dead.
Now
you know?
somebody dead. So not
Yeah.
only,
The whole person.
but they
murdered.
not gonna see it as the police was the people that killed him. They gonna see it as he was the
Yeah,
person that
true.
killed him. But if the police would have just stopped and said, "Hey, I need to put an APB on this,"
Because that's what the
on
fuck they end up
on
doing
their
You know
anyway.
what I'm saying? That's what they end up doing. So it's like you done ran from Vestavia all the way outside of your district to go to
Lakeshore.
Homewood,
Yeah.
the Lakeshore, and you could have just called somebody and say, "Hey, I'm pursuing a subject.
Bolo.
I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna stop where I'm at. I'm gonna stop at my
Yeah.
my city line, and I'm gonna let y'all pursue that shit, and y'all can just bring that nigga back to where I was.
Yeah.
What you saying? They pulled him over right there at the exit right before Lakeshore. That Alfred Avenue.
Right.
Okay, so right.
So
Like that.
technically, they wasn't even they shit.
That's Hoover right there.
Cause I don't see how that little hatchback
said
got up that
Alfred
hill
Avenue?
that
That's
fast, goddamn.
Okay.
It's that hill hard as fuck.
Ignorant, man. This nigga
For
so
real, I'm just saying that hill is hard to
I
hell
was
to
just tripping on
climb.
like, damn. So
With
from
four
one
cylinders.
exit to the next, he got enough speed. I feel like they was lying with the story.
Yeah, they might have been lying, Courtney, because he ain't pulling that hill that fast.
It's gonna come out in court. All that shit gonna come out in court, and he gonna raise the point like shit. He probably was fighting for his life. All the shit going on in this
Yes.
country, but
See what happened.
somebody died, so he
Somebody died.
fucked
The last nigga that
regardless.
ran from the police in Hoover, and then when that van flipped over and he was
They
out
goddamn
unconscious, they beat
Hulk
the
Hogan leg dropped. We watched that shit in the house.
Right. Off
Bruh.
Galleria.
He didn't know he got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
We was at the house watching. Remember?
They hit Cuz like a tidal wave.
Like they all.
You remember that shit, man? Man,
Put your
that
hands behind your back.
nigga, this nigga unconscious.
He dead. He flipped out the van.
No.
Man, that nigga look. This shit all off subject. That nigga fell out the car like safety guy on wheel out Fresh Prince. Remember he had that goddamn dummy? That motherfucker came out the car like safety. He like a stunt man.
Out the
Goddamn
window.
duffel. And I'm talking about, man,
And they showed that shit on the news, nigga.
hey, the nigga was
Regularly, cause when that shit happened, that shit came out, and they just killed.
They probably say that his life be for real. He probably was dead.
Man, dog,
They struck a nerve
They
in his heart
whooped
and
his
woke
ass so
back
bad,
up.
he was like a defibrillator.
Yeah.
Goddamn. They whooped
Nigga was dead as hell. They was like,
Man,
Mug shot was fucked up. Like
man, look,
Man,
the
that
nigga
shit
with a
made
knife
it
stick
to,
couldn't get to that nigga fast enough, cause he slid like baseball to that
Yes.
motherfucker.
he
I'm
slid
talking about he
down
slid
there,
in.
get to him.
Click.
That shit made it to random acts of flyness. For real.
oh,
Hey,
hey,
for real, for real.
I know it's stuff.
Man, I don't know what
yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
that is. but
Oh,
like,
dog, that shit funny as fuck.
Yeah, you gotta
Well,
watch
you gotta
it.
watch
Man,
that.
how that nigga flew out that car, man. God
They showed
damn.
niggas
I thought
flying the car,
niggas
the
dead.
police beating on them.
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
show.
saying. The
Beat
niggas
the brakes off of him. He
Man,
was
that
already asleep.
Not even
that
just on the show, but
Bro.
on the news.
Bro, we was watching. Me and him was watching at the house. Man, the nigga slid in like Ken Griffey. He slid in with the goddamn knife stick, man. How he slid in with that knife stick and clucked his ass. I'm like, this nigga dead already. He just beating it. They beating the brakes off his just for chasing the nigga. God
Just
damn.
for almost hit somebody.
That's what they were gonna do to butt ass. They finna Hulk Hogan
That's what I'm
leg
saying.
drop his ass.
That's what I'm
For real,
saying.
they were gonna NWO his ass.
Get the
You already had his license.
Yeah.
You already had his tag.
You know,
You had
look.
no reason to chase this man. You
Right.
could, why won't you
You're running
police
from
do
us
some
in the
motherfucking
goddamn
boss
hatchback.
moves? And
He the
put
only
somebody
nigga
else
driving
on
a
the
Nissan
shit?
Juke.
That's what I'm saying. All you gotta do is just change the frequency. All you gotta do is call somebody and say, hey, put up some roadblocks in Homewood. Put up some roadblocks over here. We're gonna check some IDs.
It's a nigga in a Nissan Juke.
It's a nigga in a Nissan Juke.
Bro, acting
And
like
he
he
drove off.
just got GTA.
Yeah, I'm-
Dog.
Know what I'm
I just
saying?
don't like this nigga was on some video game shit. Like,
No, that nigga
even
was
did
Cuz hopped in the first car. Hopped in the first car available.
let me say
I
this
know
to
the
you.
lady died. I ain't talking about her.
I
I'm
need
talking
some
about
stars.
the nigga. He got
I need some stars.
Let me say this, T. Like, I'm gonna say some ignorant shit. When I read the article and they say the nigga was in the Nissan Juke, I said, damn, he stole somebody's car too. Cause I'm like, ain't no way
Ain't
this
no way
nigga in the goddamn
that's what it
Nissan
was.
Juke. Ain't no way. I ain't finna beat the brakes off his goddamn
Bro, when
man.
I
That
seen
was
the
Nissan
like,
Juke.
image
This
of
is
the
nigga
brake, I
real
was like,
car.
You outran me in a Juke, bitch. I'm finna beat the fuck
Yeah,
out you.
that's why they couldn't let it
Go to
go.
sleep.
That's why now you prove that point too. That's this
You risking
nigga.
my life for a Nissan Juke, sir?
Cause ain't that state you
Those stupid
driving
ass
charge
decided
now?
to check
Yeah,
Is
this nigga maneuvering. He
They
ain't.
driving Charger, they drive big ass,
Yeah, they'll pissed off,
shit
man.
like that. Them fucking police ass
They keep about to get away.
Explorers,
And he was whipping that bitch like smoking the band.
Yes. He was
You
doing
about
that
to get away
shit.
from me?
So
But
if-
yeah.
let's put it like this: if it was my mom, my grandma, my sister, my cousin, whatever the fuck, I don't want no money from no broke ass dude. I want money from the fucking police because you had no business chasing that man like that out in the street.
It's conflicted because this is the state of Alabama. Now
It
if
is
this
the
was
state of Alabama.
now
I
if
mean,
this
of
was
course they gonna
Colorado
charge
or
him.
California, you probably gonna get some paper.
Oh no,
but
he going on the. He going
Yeah, nah,
on
it
the
do
bridge.
has a hill.
He
Now,
got white
Miami
lady?
one of the richest cities in the state. So
Yeah, it is. Shit, outside of Huntsville.
And Mount Brook.
Mount Brook, Vestavia,
Mount Brook.
Huntsville. But yeah,
Whoever got a wrongful death suit, if you really want some money from this shit, you will hit up the police.
yeah. Oh yeah, the family, that white family, they gonna sue the fuck out them motherfuckers. Yeah, they already
sue no
know.
black
I'ma
dude who
need
don't
that.
have any money. Like,
Yeah, this nigga got a
this
Nissan
nigga
too.
gonna pay me back in blood in jail. Like,
I mean,
I
They
don't
bid
need
on
that
the
shit.
$21,000 at the max.
Chill out. But no, this kind of off the subject and fucked up. But we know education, man. Like I know you went to Winona, but god damn, man, you gotta. At least that nigga had some skills to drive, but it wasn't that good.
No, he
But
didn't.
Let me
He
stop.
killed somebody.
Let me stop. That's maybe is that too far?
Too
Hey,
far.
man.
Man, if he had some driving skills.
Did he? I mean, shit. Did he even hit the lady?
Now I'll say,
Yeah, he rammed into
I
him.
say
He
what
hit him.
skills he
He
had.
killed. Yeah.
He had some hide and seek skills for a minute.
Yeah, man, that nigga must have took off his jacket or something, cause he got through. I'm like, damn, nigga, that's down the street from my office, nigga. I'm like, this nigga.
I don't know what would
Man, that nigga was running like Harry Tubman through goddamn Lake Should Have Known him, man. I don't know how the fuck he didn't get
I
caught.
don't understand how nobody ain't tell on his ass.
And I guarantee you that man didn't have nothing in his car.
But he shouldn't have ran, man. What the fuck?
He shouldn't have ran, but I guarantee you he didn't have nothing in his car.
Alright, more to come back. Change the subject, cause yeah.
All right. Mortal
Did you watch the movie T?
Of course I did.
Okay, alright. Man, More to Comeback came out. I think it was a good movie, but I want to get y'all give y'all a review on it. I'm gonna get my review too, but yeah, what y'all think? Cause my man, he gone. He thought that shit was trash. You gone?
Yeah, baby.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Alright, bro.
Alright, man. Did you watch it, Mark?
Nah, I ain't watching.
For real?
Yeah, I ain't that big on movies now.
For real?
Yeah,
You make movies every Sunday though.
yeah.
Let me
He's
stop.
everything.
For real though. Did you watch it, Gene?
Yeah, I did.
What you thought about it, man?
First off, as a fan of the Mortal Kombat franchise, and the nigga was smoking his eye.
Somebody smoked the character.
No, like smoke in real life, like eyes, fucking like.
Man, your ass
I
lit.
feel it. But as a nigga that's a fan of the Mortal Kombat franchise, whether that's a video game from fucking Sega, you know, that's why I came in the game and that, and all the way up through goddamn Super Nintendo and all of that, I fuck with Mortal Kombat. And as a nigga who was like so into the shit at a young age that I actually saw the movies that they originally made when fucking CGI was horrible and niggas couldn't pull off the computer graphics and effects, I thought this movie was very good compared to what was done in like fucking 99 and 97 and shit. Niggas expecting goddamn Marvel's Endgame for every movie now. Like, nah, bro, they gotta set the storyline, they gotta set the plot, they gotta set it up. And as, you know, even spoiler alert, you know, basing the main character off of a unknown character, I feel like that shit was a clutch play. That's the best way they could have did it. Because niggas would have been disappointed any other way. If Liu Kang was a star, if Sub-Zero was a star, if Scorpion was a star, they would have been disappointed just because we got 12, 13 fucking video games compared to one fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the whole thing now is like, even with that, like hitting HBO Max is still going for the gusto.
Shout out to HBO
Them
Max.
niggas is finna win the Emmys for the next fucking
Them
2-3
like
years.
LeBron ain't even game in.
He ain't even dropped yet.
Space Jam coming, man, and they gonna get paid like
a motherfucker.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I'm just saying, for them to drop that movie right now when movie theaters are shut down shows some guts. But the movie is set up to have a franchise of movies. And I don't think people understand that. Like, the first one gotta be slow to set the seed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that it can prolong itself. Because shit, when Mortal Kombat was at its peak, like, it's a million video games you can play now. When Mortal Kombat was at its peak with like Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3
And Street Fighters.
and Street Fighters, and we
Maybe Virtual Fighters.
like
damn.
this is before the fucking
DOA.
this is before Halo and Call of Duty. This is before fucking NBA Live, NBA 2K, like the original game versus is Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Right.
And when Mortal Kombat was at their peak, they couldn't really build on a franchise of movies because it was so fucking hard to depict the shit that they put in games because the games was borderline. You know,
ain't no goddamn borderline.
Like, that's some rated R shit. You know what I'm saying? Back then, like for the shit back for niggas moving in 2D, that shit was rated R. Like you know what I'm saying? So, I get the fact that they couldn't do what they, you know, what the game showed on the movies back then, but I felt like they did a pretty good job considering. You know what I'm saying? The graphic, like, grossness of what Mortal Kombat is as a gamer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Compared to what niggas expect in the movie. Like, you can't expect all that crazy shit now, especially in this PC climate right now. But I enjoyed the movie. I understood that it was one of many to come. I expect them to have 4 or 5 Mortal Kombats. As a series, even if they don't go to theaters through this HBO Max shit. You know what I'm saying?
It was in the theater.
Same way Disney Plus is running fucking WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, they're gonna have 5 Mortal Kombat movies, and I'm gonna be there for all them bitches. But that's all I got on it.
DJ, I know you've been fiending. Go ahead.
Over here.
Oh no, like I enjoy it.
Give me something in depth. Give me something in depth.
I enjoy it. It's a bad fun movie. Like in terms of quality, it seems like what someone would like. There are some really good content creators on YouTube. Like, it's something on par that like they would make, but at the same time, the special effects were better.
It was like a Nigerian action movie, nigga.
No, it wasn't bad. Like, the special effects were actually. No, like it's some fire shit on YouTube for real.
It is.
But like this movie was alright. Like story.
Fred said it won, man, but go ahead.
Oh no. What I'm saying is like the story.
The video game is always gonna be better than the movie. Let's just get that clear.
Books, novels, always better.
The thing is, like, the video game, like, the story was so good.
Yeah, because I watched that story.
Like, they could have just followed that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, in the games, it's like
it's that
9, 10, and 11. So the story, like, Raiden, like, Liu Kang beat Shao Kahn, blah blah blah. He wins the tournament in Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, then it flips.
But like Raiden's like, he has a vision where like Liu Kang winning the tournament fucks up the world. Mm-hmm. So Raiden's like, we gotta stop this shit. And then like shit just goes to shit after that.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind we on Mortal Kombat 13 now. Niggas ain't kept up with the game that long.
No, 12 would be the next one.
12. 12 would be the next one. But we on 11 right now.
Yeah.
I played it at D House, and this is like niggas don't even know Liu Kang is an evil character.
Not no more.
No, but then he becomes a god.
Yeah, he becomes a god. But I'm just
like at the end of 11, then they do the aftermath shit. Like he becomes a god.
This is I watched the video
Spoilers
game
for the
movie.
video game.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
But like Liu Kang becomes a god, blah blah blah, and then like Kronika, who masters time, like fucking tries to counteract the shit Raiden did to fix the shit, blah blah blah.
Excuse me, magic
But
comes in the can.
The movie, right?
Yeah.
Sorry for your ass.
I'm more excited for the next one.
Yeah, Johnny Cage. Baby.
Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
And then like
Kofi Kingston.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck out, man.
I ain't got no phone.
But fucking spoilers, but fucking Sub-Zero dies, blah blah blah. It's behind, so he comes back as Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
That's my nigga.
Y'all ever
Noob Saibot.
Nah.
Y'all cut the Venom's on?
But I enjoyed the movie. Like Kano is very racist, but also but also hilarious.
Yeah.
Those racists?
Yeah, like he calls Kung Lao Kung Pao.
He's racist, like compound chicken.
Yeah.
That's racist.
But like,
why you tell me that? That's racist.
but also like the new character Cole, like him being a descendant of Scorpion is weird.
Nigga named Cole.
Yeah, Cole Young.
He black.
No.
There are some good
I
references.
am quiet.
Like the whole use your uppercut thing.
Yeah.
Then there's the low sweep shit that
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sega Genesis shit.
Kick. I was
He
waiting on
did.
yeah, he did the bicycle kick.
He did.
It's cool that the first thing you see Liu Kang do is shoot a fireball.
Yeah.
Like
you came for that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they give you what you
got
came
the
for.
bicycle kick.
Kung Lao, like
Kung Lao went out like a gangster in that
but
movie.
not even
Fuck
like
that.
not even like how
Yeah,
he
Kung Lao was
not
fire.
even like how he quote unquote died. But like
He thugged
His
it out.
move,
the
his
whole-
fatality.
his whole
no,
section.
his appearance. He does the teleport.
Yeah.
The
He
up,
came
down,
in like
the
that.
up down punch. Like he,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Really?
Yeah, he came in the movie like that. He didn't even say no name. He just came in
he
kicking
just walked
ass.
in.
Bow, 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 bow. He was like, "Nice to see you, cousin."
but no, like Kung Lao's arrogance and like how
Yeah.
he trolled everybody
Yeah.
was great. Kano stole the show. He was the best. Like
He's the best character for the movie.
He kicked
Yeah.
that whole movie.
like Kano was hilarious. But they added Reiko and Natira, which is weird.
From the goddamn.
So Reiko from Mortal Kombat 4
Yeah.
and Natira from Armageddon. Obviously they needed characters so like they could do fatalities.
You can't kill off the big characters.
So like just snatch characters from games that people don't give a shit about. So like you know what I'm saying? And also kill Goro. Cause Goro is the weakest of the boss characters.
Yes.
But
Talking about Shadow with arms.
yeah.
But then somebody with 6 arms. What's his name?
You talking about that goddamn bug man? He
Shadow with
ain't
the
shit.
arms. I know.
What's his name?
you talking about like old Mortal Kombat or like
New Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
you thinking about Kentaro, the fucking the tiger
with the ball head.
Shokan nigga?
I just
I got a
remember-
ball.
Oh, you talking about the chick?
No, it was.
You talking about shit? You talking
No,
about
it
shit?
just it ain't never been in season two.
And
Everybody had
Goro, and then it was.
It was
somebody
Kentaro,
else.
they
and
put the
then
titties
Shiva.
all in.
I mean, I
Titties
remember.
is all
I
Then
remember,
Motaro with the fucking the
I
centaur
remember a
nigga.
girl with several arms.
Yeah, Shiva.
Shiva. Her name was Shiva.
Yeah. But see what I'm saying though, like as cats that grew up with it in the '90s with Sega.
So was let me ask this. So was Melina? Was
in there.
Melina and that was
Hey, the actress they got
Katana
from Melina was thick.
They didn't show Katana. Katana.
That was Fifi Dobson.
Really? So
Yeah.
Katana's not in the film and all.
Not in this
Not
one
yet.
because
She
they haven't
coming.
really branched.
This
to
was
the
like
realm
the
of-
setup.
But
See-
like, I guess what I'm asking is like, are we still going with the same
It's a different
Mortal
story.
Kombat story? Like, okay, so Melina
Nah.
and Katana ain't sisters.
But here's the
They may
thing.
be.
They may be. But here's the thing. Like Mortal Kombat always introduces new characters
It
into
does?
every
Yeah,
video.
remember Shijinko?
So it only makes sense
Remember
if they
Asha?
gon'
Like nigga from the Chicago Police Department.
You talking about
Here's-
Striker?
Striker hater.
Here's the
Hey, that
thing
nigga had the
though.
whistle
Like,
balls.
this is what we gotta understand about Mortal Kombat. They always introduce new characters into every single game.
Precisely.
And if the movie is gonna be successful, it can't be based off an existing character because we already know how the story goes.
I mean,
Like,
but then again,
when you get
Mortal
into-
Kombat has changed the story several different times.
But it's been
I
an
just say this.
ongoing story for decades.
I say this. The
But when
motherfucker
you
that
say-
played Cole is bland as fuck.
He is, but I feel like that's on purpose because when you get into like if you really understand, like when you get into the story of Mortal Kombat and you understand like all 11 games are connected,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like everyone is connected, every story mode.
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense for a movie to jump off in 2021.
Oh yeah, no.
If they not gonna go back to Mortal Kombat 1 first as a video game.
No, just remix that shit.
I mean, but they had like other like
just remix that shit.
Like
Fuck it.
Yeah,
origin films and shit. So it's like
but them origin films,
they're like canon.
I mean, but like, let's be real. As niggas who can see movies 24/7 now with all the streaming apps, because I went back to watch the Mortal Kombat and the Mortal Kombat Annihilation before I watched this new one, just in case they picked up from where they left off. But that Mortal Kombat was fucking trash because they didn't even have gore. They didn't have blood. They didn't have gore. They didn't have any type of real graphics in the original Mortal Kombat.
Right.
So it made no sense to pick up from those because those are still PG-13 films.
And we're not gonna get the full experience of having a fucking Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Especially for Mortal Kombat just released a new game like recently and it was graphic.
Right.
Yeah.
But because of the streaming wars and the shit going on now, you can see guts coming out of niggas and bloods coming out of niggas' skulls. So I appreciate that point from like a cinematography standpoint. But it made no sense to go back to the original Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Let's talk about
so they starting this from like square one.
IKEA or
you know what I'm saying?
Wow, and I did see that. Like
So-
they were very rudimentary. I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that.
But they talked about how Jax got his arms, how Sonya Blade became a part of the Mortal Kombat tournament, how Liu Kang had been training forever,
so weird.
how Kung Lao had been training
like
forever,
a Disney.
how Raiden
So
had
in this
been around
game-
forever,
I mean, so
and
in
how
this
he's
movie,
a god. Like
they go,
they
hey,
break it down the right way to set themselves up for the future.
yeah,
Like it ain't really about
but
what we
but
saw
that shit weird
in the games.
because they're like, you got the dragon, the thing, and so now you get the powers later,
You got the
and like you got the dragon thing.
the dragon.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, DJ. Fuck
And so like it's the Arcana.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they call it, the Arcana.
No, what you said it was the dragon thing.
thing.
Fuck you talking about? Yeah, go ahead. Right?
But this nigga Jax got it, right? And so like he got these weird like paperclip arms, right?
Shit was ridiculous.
And then so he get to the point.
He had to build his muscle.
Hey, look. He get to the point where like he needs, like, you know what I'm saying? He's in a moment of need. So his Arcana activates. And it's just his arms becoming actual arms.
Wait a minute. What? Like spear arms? Like spear arms, like he make it up.
Like them shits
I'm finna
made
get mad.
fucking.
Why you looking like? Alright. This ain't even real arms.
But then you gotta have meaning to fight in the Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So
and nobody gets their power until they find their meaning and reason.
Yeah, because Jax powers his arms, even though he never did like earthquake shit and all that shit before he even had his arms in Mortal Kombat.
No. Hold up. But how he lost them? Hold up.
But how he lost them is a good setup to tell how the story
because it makes Sub-Zero look incompetent. Because Sub-Zero supposed to just killed this nigga, but he just cut this nigga arms off and just walked off.
But but he don't know how like Sub-Zero has no idea of how humans behave. You know what I'm saying?
No, Sub-Zero walked through that bitch like Jason Voorhees. When that nigga hit that window, it was like.
No. Okay.
Hold up, T. You had something to say?
Well, see, I'm gonna say what I usually say when black and white people be in the same vicinity with each other.
Yeah.
I just want to know why the fuck he had to sacrifice himself for two other motherfuckers that don't know shit about it. Like that shit pissed me off, like legit.
But
like no, you can drive. I don't fucking know you, but you can drive to where the fuck you need to go, and I'm gonna hold him out. Man, fuck you.
But I mean,
but
I will say this: they gave a great even though they only got a handful of characters in this movie, they gave a great idea of everybody's personality and background. Yeah, because even like when Jack's fighting Sub-Zero, he's like, "You think you tough, nigga? I did 6 tours, motherfucker.
Chop. Use your blade to stab you."
Jackson's talking shit in
This nigga's an
you know what I'm saying, in the fight.
Yeah,
but he's an army veteran. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
after
Marine.
6
I am a
tours,
Chinese
like,
ninja.
like nah.
First of all, I want to know.
He don't
ice powers.
Yeah, come on, man.
One, who the fuck signed you up for 6 tours? Because then nobody asked you to do no stupid shit like
But that's who he is.
Two, his arms got froze off. Got froze off, right?
What you talking about?
Ice cutter.
What you mean?
He didn't ask for that.
TH, what you mean they got froze out? I'm finna get mad. Go ahead. Go ahead, talk. Froze his arms.
That's how he
Didn't
lost
give
his
a
arm.
fuck.
That's how he lost his arm.
TH, so Sub-Zero took his arm.
This
But
motherfucker's
what's so stupid about it? They didn't even when they built his arms back.
TH, no.
They were just like skeletal arms.
They just try to get in there.
Shaolin monks.
But they monks.
built
They
this arm.
minimalists.
But no.
He tried to block with them hoes too.
What you mean? No. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Think about what Raiden was doing though. Because what he did to Scorpion.
Man, can we talk about how Raiden look like some shit off Big Trouble in Little China, dog?
Yeah, but that's what the whole Raiden.
Yeah, no. I know that's like the rep, like it's like a video
They could
game.
have had Steven Seagal play Raiden.
No, fuck Steven Seagal. Yeah,
I just want to say that, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Because we talked about him last episode. I just wanted to say that.
fuck Steven Seagal. But yeah, but I mean, yeah, Ray, yeah, they made it just like
Sub-Zero froze that man arms off. That's stupid.
Sub-Zero.
Stupid ass.
And then like then kick that nigga off the shit, right? And that nigga hit like multiple things and he survived.
Cause he black.
Yeah, that's why. But at the end of the day, I feel like Sub-Zero always underestimated the human nature of like Earthrealm.
This nigga was a human too though.
That nigga just lived in Outworld. That nigga lived in Outworld.
Yeah, nigga had been alive about 500 years. So
Yeah, no,
he was out of touch a little bit.
That played Shane
wasn't the dude that played Shane Song in the 90s movie.
Buddy was when he Buddy from goddamn The Dog Night, like that.
I don't know, he like the nigga from Rush Hour or something, the Asian nigga
No,
who had
he
a daughter.
He played in
Yeah, he was in another movie, yeah.
he was in Captain America. He was one of them niggas from Captain America, one of them square ass niggas. And I could have swore for God this man was in the damn Dark Knight movie on the plane.
No, it wasn't him. I know what you talking about. No, that's not him. He can't. He just like a
menacing. Oh, he looked metrosexual. That motherfucker. That shit fucking made me mad.
Now you sound like Fred. Goddamn, you sound like Fred.
Shoot the face. That man was supposed to look like that. If you see, listen. If we go back home and I show you what this man look like, you gonna be mad. Okay. Because he looked square with a wig on. Like
he looked like an extra wig on.
Like it looked like he looked like goddamn.
They was on Broadway.
Like Luke Kane,
like they was on Broadway.
No, the wig looked like goddamn Dejanay from goddamn the Proud Family.
No, see,
I ain't gonna lie. Shane Song had a lace front. Goddamn, that motherfucker had a lace front in that shit.
Like
he had lace front.
Luke Kane was real
like
bland.
Tyler Perry.
You know what I'm saying? Like Luke Kane.
You talking about like the braided up wig, like fucked up like that, like Shamama?
No, it wasn't like
that. Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Come on, Corey, come on, man.
Just sitting on top of his head. It looked stupid.
I
look like a mace.
I don't know, yeah, but
it looked like a fool.
But no,
a bird.
The movie's a bad movie, but I recommend people watch it. Because it's still fun. Like it's still fun.
It's a bad movie, but
it's still fun.
It's okay.
It's a bad movie, or it's just okay.
Like it's a bad movie, but it's still fun. It's like
they try to make it make sense. Yeah.
Look, man, we saw a nigga come out of the picture and eat somebody in Mortal Kombat Annihilation with no blood.
Come on, now fuck that. We watched damn RoboCop.
Man, no. When they beat Jack's arms off. When they beat Jack's arms off in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah,
like, they beat the rubber off his robot arm.
I don't have nothing to say about bad movies. You made us watch Midsummer, bro.
Hey, that shit's great, right?
Goddamn DJ in your goddamn movies,
man.
But yeah, alright, man. It was okay movie, man. They just try to make it make sense.
Steve Harvey played.
It cool.
Steve Harvey played. Chill out, man.
That nigga did.
Oh yeah,
Steve Harvey was in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Jax.
So yeah,
ain't that ashtray?
Yes.
He had a Pringles mustache.
No.
He looked like he drive a big ass bicycle.
With the big wheel in the front and the wheel in the back.
He drive that hoe.
Damn. Y'all on his ass. I ain't know that. I ain't paying no attention to it.
That's
For
what
real,
the
though.
kind of mustache he had.
Hell no, but
Damn,
He lift weights.
overall wearing that, that's stupid.
And he was bald.
Yeah, I
fatalities
thought
were
Jax had a brush cut for real.
Yeah, when I grew up, he had one of the Booker T phase, bro.
Yeah, nah, bald. Even in the current, like even in the living,
Tights, nigga.
even in the living, he got a cut. Like,
Your
yeah.
motherfucker
Alright, man. We already had it. We already talked. Y'all niggas love that wrestling shit.
What's your Harlem Heat looking at? Hell no.
Hogan, that's
Coming for you, nigga.
That's exactly what kind of phase he had. A Harlem Heat
He
phase.
did. He had a face. So I don't know who the fuck this bald head nigga is.
Stevie Ray looking ass.
Ass mustache.
He had a Mr. Potato mustache. Hold on, man.
That nigga look like he was finna say survey said.
Survey said?
With the arms. With the chicken arms.
Remember that shit?
Hey,
Imagine your arms.
I used to work in a
your
factory.
skeleton with no
What Nick
ego.
had? That's Nick said
That's
that
what your arms look
shit. I
like.
used to work in the factory.
This from the Steve Harvey collection.
I wonder why the fuck they gotta do black people characters like this. This shit be pissing me off.
You know what? You make a very valid point.
Why
Look,
the fuck?
fuck it. Get in this truck and let's get the fuck on. We not finna beat this ice nigga. This nigga got ice coming out of his hand.
This nigga made it hell.
Come on, man.
Can somebody please stop talking to me?
I don't even know what the fuck he made from, but he do too much shit. So
Yeah, let's get the fuck on. This nigga,
drive down the alley and shit.
this nigga made it snow in Southern California, man. Come on, let's get the fuck up out of here.
Never
for real.
raised in Southern.
And if it don't rain, you know it don't goddamn
No, it was
snow.
in Chicago. They was in Chicago.
And then
Shit. I mean, but shit, it was like
Can't come
instantly
up
though.
with
Come on, man. Nah, let's get the fuck up out
I
of
just
here.
want to know why is you as a black person, you gotta risk your life so for some motherfuckers
First
you
thing I
don't even
said,
fucking
man,
know.
leave their ass. Fuck them.
That ain't now you know what? No, that ain't black nature. That's not
It's
black
not.
people nature. Cause
It's
we're gonna get the
not.
fuck on.
It's not.
Matter of fact, fuck Cole Young. I'm just gonna keep riding. I ain't, you know.
You know some shit that I've
Double-edged
noticed though. Some shit I've noticed in the media, they always like they'll do like little shit to see if somebody help them. Like they had like a woman coming from. She done got on her Uber and she need to go across the street to go to this hotel. So she got these big ass, this luggage and shit. And it always be some token ass black person that go and help them. And it's like, why y'all, I understand y'all trying to make us look friendly and shit like that in the media. But bitch, your shit across the street, bitch, you should have known better than to have this heavy ass shit and nobody help you. White lady, I'm not fucking helping you.
I don't care. What you
white
do.
people that be on the side of the road that's homeless because I don't trust their head.
No.
Listen,
They live out
if-
that one in fucking street lights.
If I'm going to give a homeless person money, they gonna be black. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm not finna help nobody
you in
else.
a system that's designed for you to win.
Man, wait.
Listen,
Y'all being easy as hell.
I-
You just gonna post up outside. I'm talking about time we come out the freeway. You are
Why you right
privileged
here
enough.
saying
You
extra,
privileged
baby?
enough to have some fucking shorts on. You look clean and rested.
got a dog, you got a
mask
clean
on.
dog?
But fuck
This
you.
nigga
Your
home.
dog
You
ain't
got a
got no
dog.
fleas.
Nigga home.
You got a dog,
Your
baby.
dog ain't got no fleas.
Damn.
Your dog got a clean coat. What fuck you?
Look at your
I
bro.
ain't fucking with you.
Tell me.
with a clean dog.
White people.
Man, them,
White
look,
people.
they full of shit, man. I can't believe. Look, when I see their ass and ends, I just look at them.
Exactly.
Bro, they
I
be
roll
right
down my
there.
window.
They be right
I roll
there.
down-
How in the hell you gonna be right off the exit?
They right
You gonna
on the,
position
Avenue
yourself
E.
right off the exit?
These niggas on a shift.
Yes.
Yes.
Cause we don't never see
They
them.
don't be out there at night, goddamn. Yeah,
At
them
the
niggas
bottom
on the
of that
shift.
hill when you
You know when them niggas be out there.
easily.
Yeah, cause if they had that at night, I'ma get them.
Crackers ain't
Man,
money
listen,
too.
man.
They out here.
I see motherfuckers. Listen, man, I be seeing motherfuckers on their bikes.
Yeah, them niggas. Man,
Yeah,
fuck
they,
that.
yeah, they, cause they riding their bikes back to that
I
old.
done seen motherfuckers
Hey,
put each
that
other
kid
down
juke.
in exchange spots that was gonna be it. I
What's
done
up,
seen
baby?
this
It's your
shit in real
shift.
life.
All right.
This your shift. I was 8 to 4. You 4 to 9 or some bullshit like that.
They got them stimulus, baby. They got him.
They better not stay
That's why.
to 9 out there. Yeah.
No.
All right, man.
I'm gonna get out there and get them.
Fuck more to come back, man. Let's talk about this crypto shit, because I seen we was talking about this shit last night with that Bill Maher shit. He was trying to debunk cryptocurrency, trying to tell people not to invest in it. You know, he corporate than a motherfucker, billionaire.
I can't
on the
stand
low.
Bill Maher.
Yeah, he full of
Really?
shit, man.
I can't stand it.
I mean, I watched the show, but I didn't like when he, when he did. So
tell you that straight up.
Cryptocurrency. Do y'all think that shit is a scheme, a scam, like a Ponzi scheme? Do y'all think that shit real? Like,
Nah, I don't think it's a Ponzi scheme. I think that the technological aspect of cryptocurrency, if we speaking in the root basis of blockchain technology, like that shit is very much a real thing.
Nigga, I can't buy no graphics card.
You can't. I mean, I feel you because I definitely looked into some mining machines and I was like, shit.
Right. But no, I like
at the same time, like,
did you watch?
Hold on. Go ahead. Get out.
He raised the point about those the machines. The mining machines, like how much energy it take up.
Yeah, it take up a lot of energy if you're speaking of Bitcoin specifically.
Right.
And
so
Ethereum secondly.
Translated to fucking like the energy is that only like a thing that's like
no
computers have to constantly run.
Let me break it down from the beginning, right?
Go ahead.
So if we talking about what blockchain technology is, blockchain is basically a block of ledgers. You know what a ledger is. You know what a checkbook is, right? We come from that era. We know what a checkbook is still. But you keep a track and an account of every transaction that happens so that you can know what the fuck going on with your bank account. Because the internet wasn't prevalent when our folks was growing up.
Right.
That's how we learned banking if it was taught at home.
Right.
So blockchain technology is a digital frontier of that. But what blockchain technology does is allows for anybody that chooses to mitigate and observe the ledger to see it. So it's not a centralized place where this is the only source you're getting it from and this is what we say it is, so you gotta take it as fact. Right. It's like he could run a node on the blockchain. I could run a node. He could run a node.
So it's verifiable by
multiple people.
Trillions of computations in a 24-hour period.
Yeah,
like it's literally down to like the numbers specifically.
A certain percentage gotta agree on it before it becomes verifiable as fact. So,
okay, yeah, I can verify that. Okay.
So it ain't no way you can really lie in the blockchain unless you scamming and scheming or you got 51% control to overtake.
Because shit just constantly firing up against it.
So the only way you can shut down blockchain technology in a whole is to either shut down the internet completely or to take over more than 51% of the mining of it.
Because as long as people are fucking looking at something like this and agreeing and looking at this as something that's they're always going to want to try to figure out ways on how to discredit.
Yeah, but
they're always going to try to figure out ways on how to.
But if you got multiple people and a certain percentage gotta agree before this becomes verifiable fact, then it becomes like, okay, like this is decentralized. It's not one place giving us some shit we gotta take as truth. It's like, nah, majority agree on this, so this is what we're gonna go with. You know what I'm saying? So
it's bouncing off most
that's what blockchain technology is, and that is the heartbeat of crypto. So when you come to crypto technology, which means
NFTs.
Cryptographic and NFTs, it's like you have to majority has to agree before this becomes fact, and it's not really controlled by government for the most part.
It's really like a fact on it's a fact based on people's perspective.
Not even perspective.
It's people agreeing upon
mathematically proving what happened first.
So multiple people have to do this math in order for us to be able to come across.
Multiple verified people.
Multiple verified people have to be able to verify that this is what it is. In order for us to
say this transaction came first. This transaction came second. This transaction came third. So that's all they agreeing upon, like the order of which it came.
Yeah, no.
So that the ledger actually makes sense.
The ledger actually is a verifiable source.
Yes.
Got it.
So that's what crypto is at its heartbeat.
Right.
So when it comes to something like that, no government really regulates or runs that. Not regulate, because they're getting into regulation now.
Can't nobody fudge the numbers.
Which is why my fucking crypto is getting ready to fucking take off even further. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
these niggas don't care.
But at the same time, when they agree that it's fact, it's not controlled by, it's not
government.
controlled by the government. It's controlled by the people because we've had government control. We had finances and monetary and economics controlled by the people for a long time. But that's how you get the Obama 780 whatever billion bailout. That's how you get the 3 trillion bailout.
Let's say that we're all. Let's say that we all are against the council, against or whatever. Everybody in this room has agreed that this number means this, that this is this.
Right.
The government cannot come in and say, "Hey, we're going to assume seniority over this because we're the government." No, what we all establish in this room is what will really be established.
Because it's not tied to your quote unquote fiat currency.
Right. And hold on, let me break that down further because you use the word fiat. Right. So what he means when he says that is we've looked at the dollar for so long because the dollar is agreed money for the government.
Yes, it's agreed currency that we can establish. Okay,
but cryptocurrency, like in real life, like outside of government, outside of rules, but in real life, a fact, a law of the universe, this is not equivalent exchange unless we agree it's equivalent exchange.
Okay.
So that's what cryptocurrency is, right?
You have to have some people agree that this is what the currency is.
This is what we want to exchange.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with the government.
Exactly.
So they have to
all in agreement that this is what this means.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we say like, okay, this Bitcoin is, you know what I'm saying, liable and legible for this situation, that ain't got nothing to do with
this.
This
is you know what I'm saying? Government from establishing what currency is for.
Exactly. So that's what cryptocurrency is at its heartbeat. So if we can agree to trade in this, it ain't got nothing to do with them. And they
free market.
We can say they ain't got no way to track it, but I believe they got a way to track Bitcoin because that's the number one.
Because we can track Bitcoin.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let him get some.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Your address.
We talk about this.
Your address is anonymous. Nobody know. Like if anyone to send you some Bitcoin or something right now, you just gonna give him your address. He gonna send it to it like an email address almost. But they ain't got your name on it, so just an alphanumeric long ass number. Don't nobody know that it's going to you until you send it to your bank or something like that. It's people out here that's been operating in the shadows that ain't never, like if you watch that movie Dope. It came out a couple years back. They was selling the Molly and they was selling it through Bitcoin, through the Silk Road. You know what that is, motherfucker serving.
I don't think niggas understand the importance of Silk Road, but that's another story.
Yeah, that man serving 4 life sentences. They're gonna have to let him out once all this shit get legal. But basically, when it first started out, it was like it's kind of like sharing, like when everybody's fucking with like LimeWire and all that, sharing torrents and shit. The network is the network. It can't be touched.
It don't matter what name you label it. Like it don't matter what we are exchanging during this network. The network will still be a viable source. There will always be an underground.
It's already been tested
because it's not controlled by one person.
Right.
Exactly.
And
there will always be a desire to have certain goods be smuggled in or placed in. There will always be a desire or a need for certain shit that cannot be given by the government.
Right.
It's gonna always be a back door.
Go ahead. Go ahead, run it. My fault.
So yeah, he could send you something, and you could. I mean, now today, 10 years ago, you probably couldn't. But now he could send you something. You ain't never got to use a bank account no more. You could go wherever you need to go and get you a crypto card and just swipe that motherfucker like whatever you want to buy.
It translates as cash.
Right. I mean,
because cash is currency, and if we all can agree that this is what we are.
Yeah. So
it's currency.
That's basically what.
Understood.
At this point, they already figured out that crypto here to stay, and not all crypto is money, but Bitcoin is basically used for money right now.
Not all crypto is money, but all money can be crypto.
Yeah, it could be used as a barter type thing. You could. Hey man, I got X amount of Jack Daniels coin, man. Let me get one of them skirts for my girl. You know,
it's literally alleviating the need for government in certain.
Free C murder.
Right. I mean, it really already has for people who like up on it. Like I know a lot of us still coming around to it, but niggas need to jump on board because
I mean, that's what Nip was talking about before. You know, trying to get a lot of.
He had follow coin, which I got into that too. So let me tell you. Can I break down what follow coin was? Follow coin was definitely a revolutionary idea. But follow coin was like you could choose how dynamic your profile was. If you wanted to follow the top crypto and trader, or if you want that they, who agreed to let them follow their profile, or if you want to follow the top 10, the top 50, the top 100, the top 1,000 to be safer. You know what I'm saying? You could follow them and whatever trades they made, whatever bag you invested, it would be divided up into a percentage that, you know what I'm saying, however let's say you invested $1,000, you follow 1,000 investors. Yeah. Say 5% of investors put money into this, you will put money into this as a majority. You know what I'm saying? 50% of investors.
Like out to see. It's like a cheat code.
It was a jug in the algorithm.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Nip was on some shit. You know what I'm saying? It was called follow coin, but that's what he invested in and started. But they didn't really keep the way with it once he passed away. But that's the nature of cryptocurrency, right? It's all really bets and gambles.
And finding your space.
It is, but at the same time, it's almost like the stock market, but stock market you can't buy pieces of. Right. With cryptocurrency, you can buy segments of like.
Let me break.
Let's say a Google stock is like $1,200.
You gotta buy the whole stock,
right? You gotta buy the whole stock, at least one share for $1,200. And in all actuality, you can't get in Google. You can't get in stocks unless you've made $200,000 or you worth at least $1 million in value.
Right.
You know, so niggas talk about stocks all the time, but that's through the Robinhood app, which you got a shared account. That's some whole other shit.
You can do trade. You can do all that shit. You can do
it's
all
really
that.
like.
But you know what I'm saying. But with cryptocurrency, you can actually buy pieces and fragments because everybody can't afford a bit. Excuse me. You can't afford a Bitcoin for like $60,000 right now, on top of your head. But you can buy a Satoshi, which is 1/1000th, if I'm not mistaken, of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Which is probably like $50 or $60.
I'm telling you the funny shit though.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like buying a stock of a stock. That's the funny shit about it.
Yeah, you only buy a piece of it. A piece of one.
But a piece of Bitcoin seems like it would be more I guess beneficial to you than a piece of stock in certain places.
Certain places, yeah, right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you pay attention, like here's the thing, right? Like people get pulled in. I ain't gonna need front. People get pulled into cryptocurrency by bullshit. Right. Yeah. So I'm not gonna front you on that because cryptocurrency is so new. Like you gotta think, a lot of scams. Bitcoin was invented in 2009. Right. Stock market has been around since fucking 1920. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But even before that, when the roaring 20s, everything's popping, niggas thought they had all this money because they stocks was doing well. Until the banks called in them stocks. Like, we need the money for this.
Wow.
But that's a whole nother story for another time. But at the same time, cryptocurrency is so new that people operate in that mind state. Use your mind, you know what I'm saying? I just did that. But at the same time, it's like cryptocurrency is so new that people don't really understand the dynamics of what's taking place. Because there's no regulatory guidelines, there's no real fundamental law that governs cryptocurrency the same way they govern the stock market.
Yeah, because this is new and found it. Like, so they still trying to find. Like, you know how, like with the stock, they have like certain fucking laws and stuff that you have to find.
They still ain't got that for crypto. They still ain't got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they trying to find a way to get a handle on it, but they not. It's gonna take them years.
It's gonna take some time. It's a long game, but it's worth it for the long game if you know the right companies. You said what?
Like the people met cryptocurrency before the government had a chance to regulate.
Nah, government had a chance to meet it. They just didn't know how it would work. So Satoshi Nakamoto, the guy who created Bitcoin,
and that's an alias.
Or an
it's not
entity,
even like an actual
person.
Really?
Like, no, I'm saying the Satoshi shit is like that
it
shit
may
is
be
an alias. Yeah, it may be a group of people.
That's dope. Like Shakespeare.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Like, but no, because we know Shakespeare was once a real person, but nah, this may be
that nigga might have had
a group or people or several people. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Legit
like,
that though.
Yeah,
like
It's
for
about
real.
to be a real deal, like financial revolution.
And that's why they print so much money now with the stimmies, the economic bailouts.
That makes sense because
like,
they still starting to realize that we understand that money, the concept of money is.
Motherfuckers about to be rich.
Like, yeah, like if you get into it, like I ain't gonna bullshit you, and I ain't trying to flex on that. Right. But I've researched crypto for like maybe the past year and a half, 2 years.
Yes.
Right. I just invested in my first crypto at the end of 2020.
Right.
I've already seen like a 700% return.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you know what you're getting into and you know what you're buying into and you know how the markets work and shit like that, it's very much worth it. Like
I think the expectation.
I think
that the work that Black people need to do is like much like with credit. Like we like African Americans, we didn't understand what credit was because we left from school and creditors treated us like prey. So we didn't have an understanding of credit. I think that cryptocurrency is just something that if we can get an understanding for it.
I respect that. That's true. But it's true. I respect it. I'm gonna tell you this. And it's an alley oop. I'm not trying to disrespect what you said. But for our grandparents, you know what I'm saying? School was the trick to becoming successful and being a millionaire. For our parents, you know what I'm saying? Like starting your own business was the trick to becoming successful and becoming a millionaire.
Laundromats, barbershops.
For our generation, starting your own business was the success to becoming a millionaire. For the current generation, it's not starting your business and you know what I'm saying, it's really crypto, but it's learning what has utility and what will be used in the real world to become a millionaire.
Yeah.
Because like
go ahead.
And I'll say probably in the next 2 to 5 years, everything's gonna be like everything in here is of value. The shirt you got on, the hat he got on, whatever. If it becomes popular, say you do a YouTube video like your song, say you do a video and somebody like, oh man, that shirt, you know, you get a hashtag, whatever, you could come out and say, you know what, I'm gonna put this shirt on the blockchain, I'm gonna tokenize it, I'm gonna break this shirt down into 1 million shares, and I'm gonna sell these tokens, these got, you know what I'm saying, these shirt tokens, and you know what I'm saying, as people buy into it, you know, you only made 1 million tokens of the shirt, so it get bought up, the value gonna go up because it's only 1 million. It can't be recreated. Now mug can go to a fucking Publix and go buy their food and cash out with tokens. The value of the tokens of the goddamn of your shirt. That, you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be for everything, for art, for music, for whatever you can think of.
It seems like it transforms the idea of what we think
money is. Yeah, everything is gonna be money. Everything's gonna be liquid.
It's just gonna be the barter system.
The barter system, I was just gonna say that, like banks, Silk Road-esque. Like,
right. And the banks is scared as hell, so they paying these politicians to kind of slow the process.
Oh, like lobbyists and things.
And they paying rich motherfuckers who already invested in crypto,
like Bill
to
Maher,
fucking tell you that it ain't no good, but they got all they buying companies that's creating cryptos and shit like that. Like, it's just a game. Don't listen to no rich person. A rich person ain't never told nobody shit for free to get them rich. Like, don't listen to
Bill
them.
Maher.
No,
like,
2011, man. I knew what Bitcoin and all that shit was.
Right.
It
was a joke of the internet.
Yeah, it was a joke.
It was
a motherfucker. Check it out.
Nobody took it serious.
I watched on 60 Minutes about 3 years ago. A motherfucker was talking about his job gave him like 2,000 Bitcoin or whatever through like some little shit at work. They gave it to him on like a jump drive or whatever. He was in chat rooms and shit like, man, I don't even know what the fuck to do with this shit. You can't buy shit but drugs and shit right now. What the fuck? So he got on a little chat and was like, man, look, if you in this area, motherfucker, you bring me 2 pieces, I'll give you all my goddamn Bitcoin. And motherfucker was like, bet. And right now, I mean, at that time, Bitcoin was like pennies on the dollar, like 15 cents or some shit. They had that motherfucker on 60 Minutes. He got to see therapy. He got to go see a therapist now because that same amount of Bitcoin he had is worth $200 million right now. You know,
like it's crazy because like in 2011, like Bitcoin was Bitcoin was worth $4 per Bitcoin.
Baby, I wouldn't did that.
But nobody knew where it was going at that time.
I mean, but I just feel like, I don't know, maybe that's just the idea of an ambitious person or somebody who is not literally interested or excited about friendly shit. Like, you wouldn't get it. Like, I guess if somebody would have gave me like 100,000 in Bitcoin, I would have been like, okay, this is something that I don't know about. I don't know what the potential this is. It's rare. I can't say this shit for no 2 pieces, good. Like, I got $20.
Come on now, if it was Usher giving you his goddamn them notes, you'd probably be like, man, get the fuck out of here. But hey, you fast forward, and now Usher knows.
I mean, nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Usher,
I'm just using that as an example.
Right. I'm just saying more so like Bitcoin.
But the Usher books are almost a crypto.
But like it's literally
all you gotta do is just like, all right, we agree that this is worth this much.
You know what but that's generally how fucking
like, it's
stupid
literally
the idea of money is though. If you really think about it, money is stupid.
It's platforms coming out right now for musicians and artists to tokenize their music as soon as they bring it out. Like, you ain't gotta worry about your shit getting, you know what I'm saying, marginalized from streaming and shit. You can say, hey, I know I got a hit, I'm gonna put it on here, and motherfucker, it's only gonna be so many.
Only 5 of them available.
Right, so many streams of this shit available, and you gotta pay so much for each stream. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that kind of raises the allure, the rarity of things, and
that was the point of it. Was
it's all about scarcity for real.
Yeah,
some created that people want, and once it becomes scarce, the value goes up.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like time in a day.
Yeah. But yeah, look at this nigga. But yeah, let's wrap it up.
But I'll say this, and probably about another year or two, you gonna see this shit all over the news every fucking where. Motherfucker gonna be like, if you just put $100 into this coin, you'd be worth $100 million right now.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, the market going up, the stock market ain't worth a shit. Everything falling to pieces around this motherfucker. You gotta put your money somewhere. It's like the equivalent of the .com boom, which we didn't get to participate in because we was kids for real.
Yeah.
But all this new innovative technology, like, it's finna just take the world by storm.
It does make you feel like you want to figure out like where exactly to invest your money because everything is happening so quickly. It's like, man, I want to be on the brink of something new and budding. It makes you want to just invest in something that's like, damn, because this could be the next best thing, but
it is.
Ain't what for that.
But yeah, let's wrap it up, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up. I'm lit. Thank you to the guests coming through tonight. The always authentic Anise Austin.
Hey, boy, don't say Austin, baby.
I'm sorry. The always authentic Anise. I stand corrected.
Ooh, me.
Chilla T. Yeah, she in the cut. Everybody else in dip. That is the Reverend named Mark. You got to say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest. That is Professor X. Shout out to you for coming back through. That is the phasing octopus that we call DJ, who is the DJ amongst 7 other things. I'm Eugene Wright, also known as Eugene Wright. My mama also called me Itty. I'm lit as well. And that is the host, C-No, and we are the Sweet Life Podcast.
It's real sweet.
Thank y'all.